To our March Lunch and Learn. Julie and I are doing an experiment in fine living today. We're going to present a program on cooking nutritious meals. We've made them easy, we've made them healthy, and we hope you enjoy them.
So I have to start, it's called carrot cake oatmeal. So my choice of instrument is an Instant Pot. This also can be done on the stovetop, or it can be done in a crock pot, or it can be done like overnight oats. But I'm going to use this Instant Pot. I make this every Sunday for breakfast for 2 people for the week. So this is a pretty big recipe, but it keeps pretty well. And also, if you want to, you can freeze it for the next week or so. So we start with just regular old-fashioned oats. So this is 4 cups of oatmeal. I'm going to put it right in the bottom of the Instant Pot. Second, I'm adding 7 cups of boiling water. So this has been boiling for a while. So put that down there, and we just pour it in there. Boiling water helps with this recipe because if not, the oatmeal may stick to the bottom, and we could possibly burn the oatmeal. So try to use boiled water. Get all that in there. Next up is actually the carrots. So these are julienne carrots I got from the store. This is a 10-ounce bag. Just throw them in there. Get all the rest of it out. Don't waste food. Next is 2 frozen bananas. So I froze these overnight. I usually take super ripe bananas, freeze them up for muffins or banana bread, but I'm going to use it for this recipe. Throw the frozen bananas in there. Next is 4 tablespoons of your choice of sweetener. I prefer to use brown sugar. You can use monk fruit. You can use no sugar during this part and just add it after, which is usually what I do. So we're going to add this 4 tablespoons of sugar in there, that brown sugar. Cinnamon is next. So this is about a tablespoon of a tablespoon of cinnamon. I will add more or less depending on my preference. I like cinnamon, so I add a lot more. And then last is vanilla extract, which I think adds to it. So this calls for a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I like vanilla. I don't measure it out. I just throw it in there. There we go. After that, you just stir it up a little bit. Put the lid on your Instant Pot, so you just lock it on. This is a little bit tricky to get used to. Once you get used to it, you're pretty good. Lock it on. These are super safe these days. I was always afraid to use a pressure cooker because of the horror stories of them blowing up. But this one's got all kinds of safety features. Trust me, I researched it. Make sure your little seal is at sealing on the back, and then we set the Instant Pot to 8 minutes to cook. So it's going to come up to pressure for about 5 minutes. It's going to cook for 8 minutes, and then I let it naturally release at the end. So all in all, this will probably take about a half an hour, but we'll just get this started. So I'm going to go with pressure cook. Where is it at? There it is. And then I'm going to put my time to 8 minutes. There it is. And then we press start. And that's it. So this is going to be quiet for a while as the pressure comes inside of the unit, and then it'll start to cook. The display shows you everything that's happening, and then when it's done, you just take the lid off and you eat it. So I already have some ready. This is what it looks like when it's done. Looks like oatmeal, no big deal, right? But I also like to add apple. I'll add some chopped up apple or more banana, or you can use blueberries. Anything you want to put in there. You put this, if you decide to use this for meal prep, you microwave this for about maybe 4 minutes.
I would eat. I'm preparing a lunch dish. It's one I've made a couple times. It's called healthy black bean soup. It's something, a lot of people do not like black beans. That just means they haven't tried them yet. So what I do, and I'm using the crock pot, I open these, rinse them, and then I put them back in the can so it looked a little bit more legit. But make sure you rinse the black beans. 2 cans of those right in the crock pot. And then I have 2 cans of stewed tomatoes. And if you can get lower sodium, that would be fine. Just throw them right in there. See how easy this is? This is how I like to cook. And then I have 2 cans of diced tomatoes, and this is zesty chili style. And I'm throwing those in. Ooh, I hope I have enough room in this. Go right in. And then I have the 32-ounce chicken broth. If you wanted to use vegetable broth or mushroom broth, that would be fine. Just pour that in. My goodness. It's going to be pretty full. If you have a bigger crock pot, you probably would want to use it. That's going to take us right to the top here. 1 can of Southwest corn, Mexicorn works. This we opened and drained as well. 1 can of chopped green chilies. If you like a little spicier, you may want to put another can of these in. We don't, so that's why I add just 1. And then we need 4 green onions, chopped pretty fine. I chopped 3 of them. I just wanted you to see it requires very little work. This is about the hardest thing. That's it. I'll throw the other 3 in. From there, now we use the chili powder. It says you can use 2 or 3 tablespoons. My husband would prefer 3. I prefer 2, so of course we only do 2 when I'm cooking it.
So does he cook? Would he put 3 in?
What he does is add.
Oh, after.
Afterwards, and it works out just fine. And then 1 teaspoon of cumin seed. This adds a little bit of extra zest to it. Nice. Everything's on top. It's taking me about 4 minutes to put this together. And this is garlic powder, and I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon. If you use garlic, minced garlic, you may want to put a little bit more in. That's it. Now I'm going to try to stir it all together without it going over the top. You can do this on the stovetop. It takes a lot less time. You can do it in an Instapot, which I don't have, so I don't really know how long it would take. You want to make sure it is heated through. And in the crock pot, I usually do it about 4 hours on high. Put the lid on it and go do something else and have that smell throughout the house. Now I want to tell you the specifics here. 1 cup of this is 91 calories and 0 saturated fat, 0 cholesterol, 19 grams of carbs. 4 of those are fiber. And for those of you who aren't sure about black beans, 1 cup of black beans has 15 grams of protein. The fiber can help lower bad cholesterol. The potassium in black beans helps you to have a healthier blood pressure. And the magnesium in the black beans provides protection for bones. So it's really worth trying because there are a lot of nutritional benefits from this. So, now these recipes are going to be, we're following this, or you can,
we'll have a link to the recipes.
We'll have a link to the recipes. And that's it for this one. If you want to wait for 4 hours, fine, but not going to do that.
So we already have some prepared here, but before we get to the good part, which is the eating, I want to talk about this little demonstration we're starting. We would like this to be a series, maybe a monthly, quarterly series. So if there's anything you want us to try out for you or any information you'd like to know, leave a comment in the Facebook chat area or just let us know somehow via email, phone calls, or just come in and talk to us. So we're ready to eat?
And if this isn't enough for you, you could add chicken. You could add tortilla chips, avocado slices, sour cream. You can doctor it up any way you want. But remember, the 91 calories I gave you is for a cup of this with the ingredients that I gave you. Julie, you can try mine.
Sarah, you can try mine.
Thank you.
Smells good.
As does this. I may become an oatmeal fan.
I was never an oatmeal fan either, but this I like. It's me on there. Well, it's really yummy.
I can eat this. Very good. As we eat, you can type in any questions you have. You can send us comments. You can tell us recipes or ideas that you might like us to try for you, and we'll do our best. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Bye.